a feature by NTV that looked at the state of our schools as we roll out CBC. 2017, we roll out CBC. Then we dedicate a lot of money to build classrooms in secondary schools because junior secondary will be in secondary schools. Then we come in and say, no, Presidential Working Party has said, blah, 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 let these schools be in primary school, okay? Now, do you have classrooms? No, you need an extra class for grade 9. All right, do you have teachers? No, you don't have teachers. You have to hire teachers from scratch. And this feature was looking at what the effect of that has been. We had this conversation on Friday in our digital baraza. The story that was aired by NTV, what was it called?
Class-based crisis.
Class-based crisis. And class here has a dual meaning. Has the classroom
Right.
and the social class.
Yeah.
Because of where you are in your social class, you end up in a school like this one that was featured, where students are many in a classroom. Teachers have no space to even move. This is how teachers are having to deal with their students. It's a behalf of activity in this particular school that, students have come in, and there's a teacher here who is trying very much to accommodate all the students. They spoke to a head teacher, and NTV gave this head teacher the name Joshua Onyango, not his real name, they were hiding his identity. Listen to what he said, the head teacher. Aaron is going to play shortly. So he says he's in one of the public schools in Homa Bay, and he explains the odds stacked against the learners. Just too many. Pupils are many in a classroom. They are all coming into this one class. You don't have enough teachers to teach the grade 7s. Right. You don't have enough space in the school to actually take the children. And now this is what you as a head teacher, you're having to grapple with. You are the head teacher. As far as the school community is concerned, the buck stops with you. This is what he said.
We have not embraced the CBC fully as it is required to give quality education. Therefore, more training of teachers is still needed. We still lack so many resources to embrace the system. We are still using the old method of 844. In most cases, because of lack of those materials. We don't have laboratory, we don't have library, we don't have classrooms, enough classrooms to cater for these learners.
So that's the reality. We don't have labs. We don't have, and again, we heard it on the digital baraza. That's the head teacher. Interesting that you said, as far as people are concerned, the buck stops with you, when we know at some point, really, there's not enough power to be able to escalate certain issues. Right. Or at the end of the day, your hands are tied. Your hands are tied as a head teacher because you're like, I know I'm supposed to be tasked to make sure this school is running. But it doesn't actually. The buck actually doesn't stop with me. There's a whole ecosystem that's not doing their work. And another set that are extremely concerned are the parents of these students, who also feel that they don't have adequate information. They don't feel like some of the schools are equipped to transition their children effectively. Let's take a listen to what some of the parents have to say.
Wazazi wenye hawana kitu watasaidiaje watoto wao? Elimu ya Kenya imeisha. Juu unaweza pata mtoto mwenye anafaa kuwa daktari atakuwa mwenye anaendeza boda. Juu ya nini? Ako public school, wenye wako private watakuwa madaktari, watakuwa pilots.
Like you said, it's an ecosystem. Parents crying foul, confused, not sure what to do. Administrators not sure what to do. There was also now representation from the Kenya National Union of Teachers. We also heard from Eunice Bosco, who is the secretary for the Rongo branch, and she was speaking about exactly what the CBC system has done. All the curriculums that we have used since the inception of education in Kenya, there's been serious piloting before implementation. Jack, so I don't know if we have that bite, but I want to hear from her as well. And she said there's been serious piloting. What's different here? Let's hear from Eunice Bosco, who is the secretary for the Nat Rongo branch.
All the curriculums that have been put in place since inception of education within the Republic of Kenya, there has been serious piloting before their implementations. With CBC, the piloting was not done thoroughly, and that is what Kenya National Union of Teachers was insisting on. Because we had done some research which was indicating that for CBC to be seriously successful, there ought to be 20 learners per one teacher.
The truth is that it's just messy, and as the Kikombe says on YouTube, it's very evident that with regards especially to the Rampa school, before we come back to that, that child safeguarding and well-being has been under prioritized. This is a grave neglect. As a Kenyan trained educator, I can confidently say our quality is poor.
Right.